ready to rumble.
Good evening, everyone. Before we begin, I want to share with you some logistical information. When the ceremony is finished, the graduates will travel directly to the auxiliary gym, turn in their gowns, and pick up their diplomas. Once the graduates have left the stadium, you are free to depart. Thank you so much for attending the commencement exercises for the class of 2023. Members of the Board of School Trustees, Dr. Schaefer, faculty, family, and friends, good evening. And welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2023. At this time, would you please stand as the faculty in Danville Community High School class of 2023 enter for their graduation ceremony. Mr. Yoder, if you would, please. As is the tradition at Danville Community High School, the senior class president will now present the class for this ceremony. At this time, if Isabel Wooten would please come forward for the presentation. Isabel is the daughter of Kyle and Lacey Wooten. She has been the class president all 4 years of high school and has been a member of the National Honor Society, Student Athletic Advisory Committee, and the girls basketball team. She will be attending the Indiana University to major in exercise science. All right, kiddo. Ready?
Yep. Family, friends, teachers, staff, and my fellow classmates, welcome to the commencement ceremony for Danville Community High School, class of 2023. My name is Isabel Wooten, and I would like to thank each and every one of you here today for all the love and support you have shown this graduating class. Now, to my fellow graduates, we made it. Throughout our time growing up, we've made memories. Whether that's shared with our friends or families, we all have our own memories that we will cherish forever. Growing up, we've shared many inside jokes, endless amounts of laughter, tears from failed tests or assignments, and both good and bad memories within the Danville Community School walls. My memories growing up as a Danville student are not the same as my classmates, just like the person next to you might not have the same memories. So I thought while writing this speech, what were my favorite memories that I could recall from growing up in the Danville School Corporation? So why share only mine when I have 170 others to choose from? I feel that there is no better way to start than from the very beginning of our schooling careers. Going way back to North Elementary, when many would argue times were simpler or just plainly seeing the world through innocent and wondering eyes. Throughout this time, so many firsts were occurring, and yet these memories are the ones that stuck out. Starting with riding the school bus for the very first time, or the 100th day of school when the teachers would celebrate making it to the 100th day and have activities for us to do. And holidays. Every major holiday was celebrated. It's your birthday? Awesome. You get to bring in treats and pick a friend to help you pass them out. Halloween, you get to wear your costume to school. Christmas, wear your pajamas on the last day of school and watch movies all day. Valentine's Day, you get a decorated Valentine's bag and bring candy in for your classmates while sneaking an extra piece to your crush. As we kept growing up, all we wanted to do was just be a big kid, wanting time to speed up. But in this time of our lives, it seemed to go by so slowly. Looking back now, I wish that that's how it could be forever. Time never would slow down, and in a blink of an eye, we moved 3 minutes away to South Elementary. During our time at South is when our classmates became more than peers, and the hatred for standardized tests began. I think I can speak for everyone when I say recess was the best time of the day, and no one cared about getting a little bit sweaty from it. Or when we would stand there waiting anxiously for the homecoming floats to go around town to fill our empty bags with loads of candy. Many of us even joined Little League sports like football, basketball, and volleyball, which started our addiction to competition. We finally made it to middle school, arguably the most awkward time of our lives. Our independence and freedom is now what we thought was an all-time high. Going from class to class, having our own lockers, and thinking, wow, this is the life. Oh, how we were wrong. If you ask me, the Survivor unit was a huge success. Other than for George Harvey falling out of a tree, or the girls that tried jumping over a puddle, completely eating it, or how some students took their surviving part a little too seriously, so they ate worms as a little protein boost for lunch. These days begin our journey of organized school sports, meaning that there are many situations for something to go wrong. That's exactly what happened to Sierra Scott, who unintentionally put her basketball shorts on backwards for a game, along with the poor boys that could jump and grab the basketball net or rim, and Mrs. Hopkins would make you run for it. To conclude our time in middle school was when our whole grade gathered together to sign yearbooks, and we cried our hearts out thinking it was the end of the world, even though we still had 4 years left to spend together. Well, we made it to the home stretch, our final 4 years of school in the town of Danville. What a journey it has been. In our lives up to this point, we haven't been challenged academically until now. Having classes that make us question ourselves while also having sports teams stay on top and keeping our social lives intact. We unfortunately lost precious time together because of the pandemic. So can we really say our high school lives were ever normal? During the course of our freshman, sophomore, and junior years, so many memories could have been stated, like our love for football and basketball season so we could dress up and be a part of the mob. And after those late nights, being able to go and hang out with friends for hours on end, and now have the utmost of freedom when we got our driver's license. But our class wanted to focus on our senior year highlights, starting with Everett Westfall winning the hot dog eating contest during our homecoming pep rally. Then there was a staff versus students volleyball tournament when the senior boys won, and not to mention the girls going back-to-back Powder Puff champs. With the year coming to an end, that means the end of our DCHS school sports careers, and significance of senior night was finally appreciated by anyone involved with the sport, either on the court, field, or from the stands. And just like that, here we are. Our little selves would be saying, wow, we made it. 2023, the number that has been engraved in our hearts and minds forever, seems so far away, is upon us. Even though we grew up through difficulties and successes, full of dreams and disappointments, feeling happiness and sadness, we all know we still have growing up to do. We are grateful for all the moments and memories that have brought us here, and now it's time to make more memories for ourselves, knowing that all of us, no matter where we go, will share this moment, this memory in the same way together and forever. What better way to share this memory than a good old .5 picture?
Did I get in there?
Nope, I'm not done yet.
Oh. Dang.
Congratulations, class of 2023. We made it.
Way to go. Good job. At this time, we will begin the valedictorian and salutatorian speeches. We have two salutatorians. Our first salutatorian for the class of 2023 is Isabella Flick. Isabella is the daughter of Kelly and Roger Flick. Her siblings include Cole and Harper. She enjoys horseback riding, running, reading, and playing the piano. She is active in the National Honor Society, where she has volunteered many hours serving in her school and community. She has been a member of FFA and the National Honor Society, the Student Advisory Committee, the Math Academic Team, cross country, and track. Isabella is attending the Indiana University this fall to major in neurological sciences. Have fun.
Thank you, Dr.
You're welcome. Let's get you squared away here.
Yep.
Thank you, Dr. Hammond. Before I begin, let's take a moment to recognize those who have supported us throughout this journey. Our families, friends, mentors, and teachers have been pillars of strength, offering guidance, encouragement, and unwavering support in our abilities and opportunities. They have celebrated our victories and have provided solace in times of doubt. Let us acknowledge their contributions and extend our heartfelt gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty members, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2023. It is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before you today to deliver this graduation speech. Congratulations, graduates. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives, a day of celebration, reflection, and inspiration. As we gather here filled with mixed emotions of joy, excitement, and perhaps a little bit of anxiety, it's important to acknowledge the incredible journey we have undertaken to reach this point. We have faced countless challenges, triumphs, and moments of self-discovery. Each of us has grown and evolved, not only as students, but as individuals with unique passions and aspirations. Now, as we stand at the edge of new beginnings, let us reflect on the invaluable lessons we have learned through our academic journey. Education has gifted us with knowledge, critical thinking skills, and a thirst for lifelong learning. It has taught us to question, to challenge the status quo, and to search for truth. But above all, it has instilled within us the power to dream big and the belief that we have the ability to turn all those dreams into reality. Education is not solely confined to the classroom. It extends far beyond the walls of our alma mater. Life itself is a remarkable teacher, and each experience we encounter is an opportunity for growth. As we venture into the world beyond graduation, let us embrace every twist and turn every triumph and setback as valuable lessons that shape our character and strengthen our resolve. Our path towards realizing our life's goals, we will most definitely face challenges. After all, nothing worth having is ever attained easily. When those times come, I hope each and every one of us has the strength to rededicate ourselves to what we really want and to not settle for anything less. Hard work and perseverance will see us through those times. Now, as we stand on the cusp of this new chapter of lives, it's natural to feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. We aren't far into the book of our lives, and the future is uncharted territory. The path to our goals is unclear and uncertain. But remember this, you are equipped with all you need to face what lies ahead. Believe in yourself and your ability, even when others doubt you. You control your future and your destiny, no one else. Today is a celebration of a new beginning, and certainly not the end of anything. The class of 2023. As we set out into the world, let us stay true to ourselves and the values that lie within. Let us strive to lead lives of purpose and meaning, guided by our passions. We are a generation of thinkers, innovators, and problem solvers. Don't let anybody tell you differently. We have the power and obligation to make a difference, to push boundaries and to create change, to embrace these challenges with courage and resilience. Let us hold bold aspirations and audacious dreams. Let us remember that greatness is not achieved by playing it safe, but by venturing into the uncertain and unknown. Remember that the most damaging limits that exist are the ones we impose upon ourselves. Do not let fear or self-doubt hold you back. So aim high, work hard, and persevere. The world needs your unique talents and contributions. Congratulations, class of 2023. Our future awaits and is ours to shape.
Our next salutatorian for the class of 2023 is Laurie Harmless. Laurie is the daughter of Christopher and Jessica Harmless. Her siblings include Ellie and KJ. She enjoys playing softball, reading, listening to music, and spending lots of time with her family and friends. She is active at Northview Christian Church, where she works in the coffee shop and attends youth group. She was the National Honor Society president, a member of the Student Athletic Advisory Council, and a member of the varsity softball team all 4 years of high school, as well as the team captain for the past 2 years. She plans to attend Hanover College this fall to play softball and major in an undecided field of study. Awesome.
Faculty and staff, families, friends, and my fellow graduates, it is an honor to speak to you all tonight. We gather here this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2023. I want to start by congratulating my fellow graduates on this accomplishment. I also want to thank the teachers, other staff members, families, and friends for aiding in our success. I want to personally thank my family because I know I would not be where I am today without their never-ending support. Our class definitely did not have a normal start to high school, but we found a way to make the most of it. We had to get through COVID, virtual learning, and masks. Long story short, we survived the chaos of the pandemic just in time to have half of a normal high school experience. Whether you considered high school terrible or terrific, you have memories from these last 4 years that will last a lifetime. Some of these may be Friday night football games, history with the ever-enthusiastic Mrs. Campbell, late-night Taylor Swift car karaoke, reenacting Don Quixote in Mrs. Dugan's Spanish class, choir concerts, messing up countless chem labs with Mrs. Jackson. Sorry, Mrs. Jackson. School plays, absolutely dominating in Powder Puff, prom, witnessing Mrs. Quant and Mrs. Young talk on the phone instead of walking around the corner to each other's classroom, current event Fridays in Mr. Nielsen's class, or falling for the fake bell at lunch and then ultimately becoming the fake bell. We grew in relationships with others, whether that be with teachers, classmates, coaches, or staff. I might be a little biased, but Danville has some pretty amazing teachers that have positively impacted all of our lives. When we were in elementary school and told that 2023 is the year we were going to graduate, we all thought it was 1,000 years away, but here we are. In a few moments, we will all walk across this stage, turn our tassels, and become graduates of the class of 2023 of Danville Community High School. As you hear the names called, be proud of the journey they had to make to get to this moment. Be hopeful for their futures, and be supportive of all of their wildest dreams, and your own. However, I implore you to recognize that this is only the beginning of our success. This is the first of the many great milestones. We all said things like, only 2 days till the weekend, only 3 weeks left of high school, I don't want to go to practice, or can't I just skip rehearsal? However, we didn't realize that these moments would fly by as quickly as they did. As we sit in these chairs today, I'm sure there are moments we wish we could have back. One more game, one more concert, or one more play. High school was a short part of our lives, but a lesson to take away from high school is to live in the moment. Don't wish time away. Make the most of your current situation. Have no regrets. Live for the hope of it all. Congrats again, class of 2023. It's time for you to choose the next chapter in your story.
Now our valedictorian for the class of 2023 is Isaac Means. Isaac Means is the son of Abby and Harley Means. His siblings include Abe and Alec. He enjoys playing video games, going to the gym, and hanging out with friends. Throughout his years at the high school, he has been a member of Rotary Interact, National Honor Society, and a co-founder of the Card Club. He plans to attend Purdue University this fall, but is undecided on his major. All right, congratulations.
Firstly, I would like to say thank you to everyone who helped me prepare this speech, and when I say everyone, I intend for that to have more meaning to y'all by the end of this speech. There were many people who made this speech more difficult than it had to be, and that just happens. People act like this speech is a big deal and meant to be inspirational, but truly it can be whatever you want it to be, and I'm choosing it to be a sort of lesson for as many people as possible. I had many people who placed extra pressure on this tiny moment. I even had a teacher and staff member tell me that I couldn't have the speech be about what I wanted, with one essentially saying that the way I was using it was a joke. Yet here I am as I finish out the time I have in this place. To all, a funeral is a celebration of someone leaving one life, a very sad yet definite end to everyone. To some, it can be a birth into a new life, a bright light at the end of their current journey, a step into the unknown. However, how much different is a wedding? Obviously with a wedding, isn't a wedding a celebration of leaving your old life to then jump into a new one? Obviously with a wedding, you have a person to take along with you on the journey, yet both events have both negative and positive outcomes. What difference then is a graduation? We get to leave an old life, one that some will miss, one that some loathe, to take a step into the unknown. Many aspects of life can be taken this way, but what can truly prepare you for that step? Well, throughout the duration of time I've spent in this school, I have learned a little here and there. At this point, some people may go on about what their school taught them, but to be honest, I didn't take much from it. Elementary school taught me basic principles of human function. Middle school, some social skills and how everyone has their bad moments in life. High school, a little bit of personal finance here and there for the 1 year they actually had it available as a class. But the only place I can confidently say I learned from is my peers and friends. My peers are the ones who truly taught me how to live, how to function, how to enjoy myself. Through the people who are actually decent in your life, you truly learn. So here I am to let those people be the ones to share with Danville their thoughts. Whether motivational, inspirational, insightful, or straight up funny and stupid, these people are the ones who could say things I never could, and that is why they deserve to be what the speech is all about. For Mrs. Jackson, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. From Izzy Flick, while having the skills to be in a position of power is important, it is what actions that are taken with said power that makes a true leader. From Anonymous, any pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard enough. From Luce, everything happens for a reason. If you don't know the reason, you are still in the happening. From Caitlin, if you're gonna be late, you might as well go grab breakfast and make it worth it. From Emma, shout out Mr. Melling, who's one of the most passionate and kind teachers I've ever had. Shout out Mrs. May, who's an incredibly caring and funny person. Shout out Nielsen for many laughs and inside scoops. And lastly, shout out Dr. Calhoun for the mental health days and great conversations. You guys will be missed greatly. From Anonymous, don't join drama club if you value your mental health. From myself, in the short term, it would make me happy to go out with friends. In the long term, it would make me happier to try hard in my education and become successful. In the very long term, I know which one will make better memories. You're only in high school once, choose wisely. From Danny Young, I saw little to no consequences for my actions, no lessons were learned. Y'all should have locked me up while you had the chance. From Laurie, a simple smile is all it takes to change someone's day. From Evan, the most learning at school takes place during conversations between myself and teachers or myself and my peers. Different perspectives had a lot of helpful guidance throughout high school. And from Anonymous, I hope there's a worthy freshman to receive the milk locker, for those who know. I stress so much how important certain people in your life can be, and the lovely thing about it is you get to choose those people. Choose them wisely and don't let in people who will bring you down. Choose the people that will do good to you or teach you something here and there that you wouldn't understand without them. So that's the high school for all of us seniors. The experiences we had in this building, whether good or bad, happened, and that's that. I wanted to say a shout out to those who I asked to be in the speech but couldn't be here for whatever reason, and to Google Translate, Wikipedia, the inventor of copy and paste, and the CEO of Quizlet. And one last quote from Emily Elliott in the wise words of Senora Johnson, ciao.
At this time, could all veterans please stand? As we are about to recognize those students entering the military, all of us want to thank you for your service and efforts to protect the freedoms that we enjoy. The decision to join the military is not one that is made easily. 8 students from the class of 2023 have made the commitment to serve our country. As a courtesy to these honored students, I ask that the members of our audience please hold your applause until all the names have been read. Drake Wayne Bartley, United States Marine Corps. Joseph William Gwynn, Indiana Army National Guard. Elijah Avery Hilliard, Indiana Army National Guard. Evan Charles Kessinger, Indiana Army National Guard. Reese Autumn Kisner, Indiana Air National Guard Air Force. Trevin Luke Myers, United States Navy. Elijah Bruce Pittman, United States Marine Corps. And Anthony James Terezinski, United States Air Force. On behalf of everyone here tonight, we salute you, and we are proud of your dedication and commitment to protect and serve our country. Thank you and Godspeed to you and your families. Before we begin the final portion of tonight's ceremony, we would like to recognize the Danville Community School Corporation Board of Trustees. Their guidance as the governing body has helped all teachers and administrators from kindergarten to 12th grade design schools where each child has the opportunity to be successful. Thank you for your efforts. Before we present the diplomas, we would like to acknowledge that the students in this year's graduating class have earned over $1 million in scholarships. We congratulate you on these outstanding achievements. I would now like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Tracy Schaefer, who will present the diplomas. During the presentation of diplomas, our graduates request that the audience please hold their applause until the last student's name has been read, so that the announcement of the names can be heard by everyone in this assembly. They thank you in advance for this courtesy. Row 1, please stand and approach the stage. Hunter Wayne Adams. Skylar Aaron Aldrich. Julia Alves. Drake Wayne Bartley. Madison Elaine Bales. Oyendorlopo Ruth Barorde. James Gregory Beck. Brandon Michael Bell. Lillian Grace Beller. Cole Jackson Berry. Camden Raina Berry. Peyton Lee Bickle. Carter Hudson Ballou. Cordelia Rachel Bloomer. David Josiah Boyd. Azure Elizabeth Brooks. David Allen Buttram. Abigail Lynn Byer. Julian Price Camlow. Benjamin Allen Carr. Trent Gannon Carter. Emma Colette Church Parrish. Marshall Daniel Clark. Chase Austin Copeland. Joseph Alexander Countryman. Michaela Etoile Cox. Savannah Catherine Coy. Ashlyn Rose Kramer. Lily Danae Cromer. Brian C. Mason Reel Cutting. Dylan Allen Davis. Morgan Caroline Dawson. Evie Ray DeRuby. Christopher John DeBenedetto. Colton Christopher Edwards. Emily Lauren Elliott. Caitlin Elizabeth Elliott. George Kubuni Bao Enan Jr. Ella Claire Farnsley. Caitlin Renee Fisher. Raylyn Ann Fletcher. Isabella Grace Flick. Cohen Claude Frederick. Peyton Elizabeth Frederick. Marley Renee Gerald. Wyatt James Gentry. Kylie Joe Goldsberry. Noah Harry Goldsmith. Noah Alexander Gregory Valenzuela. Matthew Thomas Griffin. Caleb Bain Grissom. Jarrett Wade Gidry, Joseph William Gwynn, Cole Michael Hacker, Madison Elizabeth Haddix, Jordan Christian Handlin, Laurie Beth Harmless, Teresa Rose Harold, and Raylyn Nicole Heffley.
George Caleb Harvey, Ashton Kane Herring, Holden Dean Higby, Elijah Avery Hilliard, Nicholas Cecil Hooker, Macy Justine Howard, Emily Grace Hunt, Corbin Alexander Iliff, Allison Alexis Jack, Lily Marie Jackson, Haley Alexis Jones, Olivia Catherine Jordan, Evan Charles Kessinger, Ryan Lee Kistner, Reese Autumn Kistner, Sean Michael Koski, Hunter Eugene Kurz, Zachary Lee Kurz, Jada May Lane, Maya Hope Lawson, Carissa Nicole Ledford, Logan Edwin Lynn, Nolan Montgomery Little, Claire Melissa Lucas, Grace Ann Lucas, Alex Daniel Magianis, Krista Brianne Marciniak, Courtney Michelle Mason, Casey Nolan Mall, Kaylee Rose Mayo, Blaine Reese McCord, Lake Davis McDougall, Parker Stephen McIntyre Craig, Riley Marie McNabb, Isaac Keith Means, Luke Douglas Messinger, Dalen Andrew Miller, London Bradley Mitchell, Victoria Marie Moores, Brandon Scott Morgan, Trevin Luke Myers, Eliza Jane New, Wee On Win, Hyala Susanna Oliver, Olivia Grace O'Neill, Jocelyn Caroline Piercy, Olivia Ann Pell, Joshua Mason Petrie, Zachary Brian Phillips, Rylan Michael Pfeiffer, Milan Polos, Jalen Alexander Poole, Dawson Joseph Powell, Drew Joseph Powell, Isabel Cheyenne Price, Jackson James Quigley, Thomas Joseph Quinn, Kyler Malachi Rail, Cameron Joy Rector, Tori Ray Reinhardt,
Jaden Ty Roberts, Kira Ann Rogers, Emily Noel Romanetz, Claire Ella Roseboom, Andrew Charles Schreier, Daniel Scott Schultz, Sierra Madison Scott, Jade Elise Schaefer, Darren Miles Sharp, Eliza Izuldin Shuhadi, Luce Siebelink, Sydney Ann Simmons, Landon Thomas Skinner, Graham Everett Smith, Aaron Lilith Solomon, Daenerys Elizabeth Solomon, Braden Allen Spurlock, Zachary William Staley, Lucas Michaels Stewart, Jacob Arthur Stoner, Trevor Austin Stutz, Blake Hunter Summerlot, Anthony James Terenziski, Avram Rua Thornburg, Kennedy K. Tony, John Corbett Troyer, Isaac Daniel Joseph Utley, Fides Uwase, Hunter Hayes Van Beber, Jack Hayden Michael Vargo, Hallie Ann Walker, Ethan Tyler Walls, Grace Elizabeth Wambach, Richard Lewis Wambach, Riley Nicole Watson, Kaylee Ann Weidman, Everett David Westfall, Ava Marie Whiteman, Louis Monroe Whiteman, Sophie Lorraine Willie, Aria Ann Williams, Ella Marie Williams, Gabriel Lee Eleazar Williams, William Richard Woolsey, Isabel Marie Wooten, Brian James Wiest, Daniel Anthony Young, Sammy Jean Zarwi,
Good evening, seniors and guests. In just a few moments, you'll be invited to take part in the turning of the tassel. Before we do that, I want to remind you of the symbolic nature of this event. It represents a turning point in your life and a culmination of your experiences through life and school to date. This event validates you as an intelligent and educated member of our community, our state, and our nation. Whether you're continuing on with your schooling, going into our valued military service, working the family farm, or entering directly into the workforce, you now take with you the most valuable gift that a loving family and community can give to you: the gift of a quality public education. My father used to tell me, get your education, and no one can ever take that away from you. Class of 2023, I'm going to invite you to please stand at this time. Please take a moment to turn and make eye contact. I know it's kind of far out here, with someone here supporting you tonight, and give them a wave. I invite you to remember the roles that your parents and guardians, elementary teachers, middle school teachers, high school teachers, administrators, and the Board of School Trustees have played in your attainment. I want to encourage you to thank them as you have an opportunity to do so for helping you along your educational journey. And lastly, I want to congratulate and encourage you. Each of you has accomplished much and has much more good work to do in this world. Your Danville community loves you and wishes you the very best. Class of 2023, upon the recommendation of Dr. Hammond and on behalf of the faculty of the Danville Community School Corporation, by the power vested in me by the Board of School Trustees in the state of Indiana, I now pronounce you graduates of Danville Community High School. Graduates, turn your tassels. We may begin the recessional. Congratulations.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.